Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Enter the Gungeon. I figured we should play Marine or Pilot, probably until we get... Oh, you're almost out of items too. Excellent. Until we get the past kills with these two, but we'll play as the Marine today, which should be a little bit of a smoother ride than the Pilot, but also the last time I played as the Marine, I did really shittily. So, 9 is actually not quite enough to buy anything. We could use some to do another Blessed run with that Princess Lady, but I think that is required for some kind of completion in the game, but I'm not gonna... Like, I'm grinding Mom's heart kills right now, to put it in Isaac terms. You need to get to 10, you need to do it once with every character, you know, we're filling up the post-it note. I'm not gonna worry about completing, you know, Super Meat Boy or Bandage Girl just yet. I'm way more concerned with just, you know, knocking out the stuff that's a little bit more at my skill level, and honestly, it's been going pretty well. Look, we're no Austin at twitch.tv/LastGreatWolf, personal friend, and also dude who's already knocking out Gungeon streaks and apologizing on Twitter for losing one run in the course of an 8-hour stream or whatever. But we're also not as bad as we used to be. We used to, you know, go to the 3rd floor and be like, oh man, this is, geez, this is just nuts, let me tell you. But now it's just par for the course. As long as you get a couple of good items. Oh, it's really, like, suboptimal dodge that luckily worked out for us there, and we got some more armor. Now it's just as long as we have 1 or 2 good weapons, in particular a good boss killer, good utility weapon for room clearing. Sometimes they can be one and the same. Oh, that was really dumb. Then we can get some good stuff done. But we also do have the Elevator Man. We can talk to Elevator Man a couple times and get all the shortcuts unlocked. Not that I really want to take advantage of the shortcuts, but I appreciate that they're in there. Spelunky style, in case for whatever reason I just want to practice a floor instead of having to spend, you know, 20 to 45 minutes to get back to it, depending on which floor it is. Will we go to Sewer Town? The answer to that question is presently unknowable. There's not enough information. Need to kind of take a peek for where the water barrels are. Need to see if we're going to have enough money to buy a key from our shop, which obviously looks like it will be the case now, but will we have enough money to buy a key from our shop? If there's an item on our shop that we actually want to get, that's debatable. What's the benefit of going down to Blobulon Town? By the way, people have told me many times, the little enemies are called Blobulons. The big enemy, the boss, is called the Blobulord. As far as I'm concerned, he's just, you know, you're contributing to the classism of Blobulon society right now. Is the king not a Blobulon just like everybody else? He's not a Blobulord, he's not a different species, he's just a man. Well, he's a blob in this case. Is not the president just a mere mortal? That's where I am in my life right now. I'm not gonna say, oh, Blobulon, gift from above. No, sir. I mean, the sling is incredible, in my opinion, at boss killing. Sunglasses, I think, are borderline useless, so it's like key sling, if possible. Will it be possible to buy both? I don't know. We got the other thing going on here, which is, that there is there's a key-gated room, and it holds an NPC. I don't know. It could be a fairy in a bottle. It could be the Map Man. I kind of feel like the Map Man is a really nice... Ooh, an extra blank is really good for secret room potentiality. Maybe give us enough keys to do everything. A Map Man is really nice if you have spare keys, because it just allows you to get a little bit of extra, you know, item action per floor, assuming you can accomplish this relatively simple task. A fairy in a bottle is going to be next to useless for us on this floor, unless we, like, royally fuck something up. So, I'd be a little disappointed to find that. So I think our keys are better served not doing that. Now, where would the fireplace room be here? It could possibly be in that area we haven't seen. It could also... It's unlikely, but... And then maybe even impossible, given the room generation code that, admittedly, I'm not familiar with. Okay, there's our water barrel. And this is fireplace room. Okay, so we might as well just push it in right now. But I was thinking that maybe it could be through the Map Man room, or Fairy in a Bottle room. It could also be the one that allows you to take a shot. Or take 4 shots, rather. Oh, I really thought we could Make it happen. Okay, you know what? Push this out a little bit. Let it go. Push it up a little bit. Is that gonna fit? It looks like it's exactly in line with the one that did not fit. Oh, here we go. You are witnessing my daily life now. Please tell me that fits. Oh, it looked like it was a little occluded, but I'll take it. That one is at least relatively lined up. Well, in all likelihood, by the way, if we're doing the sewer room, the reason we're going to do the sewer room is pretty much strictly because of the fact that, Trigger Twins. Not bad. It's pretty much strictly because of the fact that we can get more resources out of it, and we get one extra floor that gives us a chance to maybe pick up, you know, a gun that actually is game winnable for us. I'm not expecting to flawless these bosses, but, or this boss. It is a theoretical possibility. Does seem to make sense. I've gone back and forth on this 1,000 times, and then I mention it every single time I fight the Trigger Twins, which has to be a little grating for those of you who have solved this, you know, mental quandary ages ago. But I now think that the right call, sorry, I'm a little distracted by dodging there, is to just, oh, that was so bad, is to shoot one of them until they die. Not worry about min-maxing HP, simply because it's much nicer to not have to dodge two different enemies' bullets. Now, mind you, this guy does get a little bit more aggressive. He tries to run you down, but still. I never should have been hit there, by the way. That is, it's not a rookie mistake. If this was a rookie mistake, I'd be fighting, you know, right up close and personal. Why am I getting hit? Why am I getting hit? You know, that's the Northernlion rookie way, but surely the one hit we took there is a little bit suboptimal. Some hits are unavoidable. That hit was very, very avoidable. Just a single dodge roll would have saved it. Not worried about losing HP. I want to save blanks for the chance to maybe find some extra HP or extra keys. I guess we don't really want HP, but maybe armor. The plunger is pretty okay. At least to open up a room and kind of get poison done with it right away. I just decided we would check this out right off the bat. It is a chest, unfortunately. So, we'll go back to our shopkeeper. We'll buy a key. We'll use 2 keys to get down to the next floor. Get down to sewer floor, I should say. I recognize the, not irony, but counterintuitiveness of spending the resources that we would use to improve ourselves, to not improve ourselves, but so be it. I'm also going to annoy a few people out there because I'm not going to go back and shoot those chests, simply because the, like, 98th percentile case scenario, we either get junk or HP that I can't even hold. So, I'm a little bummed out that I didn't at least get the HP upgrade on that floor. I mean, we basically ended up leaving this floor with no better than we found it. We didn't even get... Oh, no, that's not true. We got the plunger. Yeah, we kind of ended up eating shit a little bit there, but... You know, sometimes you gotta eat the shit in order to get to the meat. That's not true. Most of the time, a butcher will prepare it in such a way that you never have to eat an animal's fecal matter in order to enjoy its delicious flesh, but that doesn't really serve the purposes of my analogy here. So hopefully, this floor ends up, you know, being worth its weight in gold, because I really did pay a cost to be here. Not an enormous cost, but a cost nonetheless. Most of these enemies, and this is why I'm not using the plunger. Maybe not most, mathematically speaking, but many of these enemies are going to be immune to poison. So I'm not going to prioritize using the plunger on them unless I know that they're not going to be immune to it. By the way, people have also told me about this kind of implicit stat or hidden stat in the game called coolness. And apparently, as you beat rooms in the game consecutively without taking damage, so, you know, 1 room without taking damage, 2 rooms in a row without taking damage, etc., your coolness stat goes up, and it's almost like luck from Isaac. So the higher your coolness stat goes, the more likely you are to get item drops from rooms, or not items, but consumables. Rest assured, I am aware that I left a key back there. That's so that I could actually buy a key from our shop and hopefully open a couple of chests on this floor. Maybe get some extra items. Alright, so the plunger here just coated the room in poison, man. It's kind of made it a little bit uninhabitable for me as well, but Lucky me. On that dodge right there. I don't know about that plunger play. The good news is it's kind of a novel weapon. It is ammo efficient because of the fact that it coats so much of the room so quickly that you really don't need to put that much elbow grease into it to make it work. Okay, so our shop is going to be there. We got a decent amount of money here as well, so let's go see our shopkeeper. The old crest is gated by a key. He does have the sponge. This seems like a secret room to me. Oh, you tricked me, you dirty dog. I'm gonna buy the key. The Winchester rifle's okay. I really like the sponge, and I think it could work well with the, You're gonna make me walk the whole way? Through the trap room again? Well, that's the trap room. No, we don't have to walk through the trap room if we start from the beginning. I mean, I'm desperately in need of kind of another weapon. A weapon that could actually kill bosses easily. Keep in mind, I'm going to be using my regular weapon against Blobulon here. Oh, there's Blobulon, the Blobulord. Does he not bleed like a mortal man? Are we human or are we dancer? Exactly. This being said, we'll see. The fact that we have 2 keys now, at the very least, means that I can open both chests on this floor. And I'd probably prioritize the... Oh, bad damage. There goes our coolness stat. I'd probably prioritize the chest over the old crest. Just because I'm looking for a past kill. And I'm very guilty of trying to knock out, you know... It's not worth knocking out progress unless you're knocking out 18 different means of progress at one time, you know? If we focus on it piecemeal, we'll probably be better off. Polaris. We just unlocked this. I think. It says storied. I don't know. Polaris is the name of the North Star. Does it do something when you reload? Does it fire quickly? This doesn't seem that great. But it doesn't seem that bad. I don't know. I kind of feel like... Oh, you know what? You can't get ammo drops if you're using... your basic gun. That's another bug we talked about earlier. So, I might as well use the Polaris. Most of these enemies, again, are immune to poison. I gotta admit, though, this doesn't seem that amazing. I also have to admit that it makes me really want to not buy the sponge and instead maybe buy the Winchester rifle, even though I don't think it would be that good. The fact that we've used 1/3 of our ammo on this... Oh, wait! When I reloaded, it gave me something. What? Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, shit. Okay, I see how it goes. It's an interesting gimmick. You complete rooms without taking damage, your weapon gets upgraded. Is this like a Gradius or an R-type reference or something? That's where I'm coming at it from now. Okay. Don't die, because we're just about to experience some interesting stuff. There we go, weapon level 2. It's like when you complete a wave. Don't get hit. This seems like we could get this up to some pretty nasty shenanigans here. It gives me a good opportunity because it's fairly ammo inefficient to, I was going to say, use my ammo drop, but if they're just going to give me more ammo, that's fantastic too. Okay, so definitely incentivize not getting hit. Kill a certain amount of enemies, maybe it's not wave-based. You get double damage. And at double damage, this is actually, like, pretty solid. I'm just wondering if it ever gets even better than this. If it does, this could be an extremely valuable item for us. I think we should try to fight the boss, as scary as this may sound right now. We can't poison him. He's immune to poison as a result of his globulon bloodness. Now, if we take damage, it's kind of like, it's a really feast or famine sort of situation. If we take damage against this guy, maybe not the best use of our blank there. Our weapon is going to get a lot worse. And that's going to be a real bummer, because it's already kind of annoying to kill him. Keep in mind, we can't flawless this guy. Or, I mean, we can, but we don't get any bonus out of it, except for the fact that we won't take damage and find our mortality questions. Just, I was going to say, shoot some bullets at me. I don't like dodging on the diagonal like this, but I did it to myself. Very close, but there you go. Yo, the Polaris is actually completely acceptable. I imagine if you switch weapons, you probably lose the upgrade, though. I don't know. Take this. Take this. We're about to find out. The M16. No, you don't. Okay. Well, that's fantastic. We are a little bit survivable now as well. Let's go do some exploration. I'm really glad we did this. Am I going to go with the sponge? Well, we should check out the M16, by the way. Seems like a fast rate of fire starting weapon. Like a starting... Oh, we did hit level 3 now. Like a starting weapon that benefits from just absurd rate of fire. So that could be really good on bosses, actually. I normally like to have high rate of fire for the boss fights. Another key. Our coolness stat must be through the roof now. Now the question becomes... Oh, I'm an idiot. At least we only went 1 level down. The question becomes, is there a level 4? Fuck this room. We'll never find out if there's a level 4, because I will never get through this room without taking damage, except for this time! Except for this time! Table Tech Sight. I like this weapon. Or I like this, upgrade. Dare we get the old crest? I kind of feel like, why not? Mutation's good, by the way. We can't quite afford it, but we probably could if we grinded a little bit. I did buy the sponge. It incentivizes the, incentivizes using the plunger a little bit. And also, it's really good against enemies like the Wallmonger. It's really nice to avoid poison and napalm. And it's relatively cheap. Let's get the heck out of here. We're not gonna have the money for Elevator Man, but I'm really glad we came down to this floor. We got a couple of weapons I'm quite fond of, actually. The Polaris, in particular, is going to be quite nice for us. As long as we can keep it at level 2 or level 3. To be fair, it doesn't take very long to get it to level 2. It takes like 1 room. That's 1 room we'd really rather have at level 2, I'm sure. We done? Must be 1, yeah, teleporter. That's okay. It takes a long time to hit level 3. Let's try not to lose it almost immediately next time. And if we need to use an ammo drop, you kind of like, I think you treat the ammo drop as a resource here. We don't, at present, have a, another option to replace our active item with. But still, we kind of gain capacity to hold an active item as soon as we use this ammo drop, so... I think it's functional. If we can get like +1 to gun, or what am I thinking of here? Potion of gun friendship, or potion of lead skin, or something like that makes the M16 perhaps a little bit more viable as a boss killer. That could be cool. You know why they call it the Polaris? Doesn't Polaris have to do with... I mean, I know it's a celestial term as well, but I also think it's like, you know, a snowmobile company. So I'm like, cold, cool. Your coolness stat, the less you take damage, the better off you are. The beehive is okay. In fact, it's better than okay. It's quite good. But we can't afford it, nor can we even afford a key in here. Oh, we are on weapon level 3, too. It's so important, I didn't even notice when it happened. Getting a touch framey in here. Not right now. This is Table Tech Sight, but... Actually, Table Tech Sight is working out really nicely with the Polaris here. It's allowing us to actually like line up our shots effectively. Look at that, man. That enemy is normally a total pain in the dick. To not have dick pain as a result of that is a foreign feeling for me. Another thing we could do, and this is, we're getting into like, I'm punching above my weight here. We could get the Polaris to level 3, ammo it up, and then just use it on the boss. Use the M16 for everything else, but save our Polaris level 3 for the boss. And that's like, we're getting into a level where I don't really know. I don't know if that's the right course of action. It's definitely a clever play, but clever doesn't always mean smart. It's creative. Tennis ball. We got the dog. Let's look at the items here. A mysterious gun that grows in strength on each kill. Substantial power is lost anytime its wielder is damaged. Anytime its wielder is damaged. So I guess we don't protect it by switching weapons. and sheltering it. Alternates with grenades. Pardon me. Alternates with grenades. It's a classic military-issue machine gun that upon reload switches projectiles to a grenade launcher. That's awesome. A faithful companion finds items on room clear, keeps keeps the hunter company. He has a good nose for treasure, but all attempts to train him in combat have failed. Yo, not all animals can be, you know, combat-focused demons. Instead, just enjoy having the dog here as a companion, you know? It's good for morale. It's basically a service dog at this point. Oh, that was a little dangerous. He did not find any items, so I'm gonna be 1% inefficient and use my ammo drop to get Polaris ammo right now. And I think we fight the boss. We're gonna try the the weapon 3 level of Polaris and see how this works for us. We got Sponge, so we're not taking any damage there. It does so much damage. I feel like it's hard. Lucky me. I feel like it's hard to justify. I may be an idiot. I am an idiot. God dang it. I was like, I don't want to use a blank. We could save the blank. Not a smart play. Alright, we've reloaded. Now we have the grenade launcher. It helps if you hit, I find. You do a lot more damage when you actually hit an enemy. Again, we should have flawless this enemy. And these incrementally and increasingly poor plays are probably contributing to us slowly eroding our chance to actually succeed here. The light gun is good. It's okay. Nothing wrong with it. I want to just try blank in here. I've been trying to use blanks in here because I always forget, and people tell me that is a very likely scenario or position in which to find a secret room, so I can't dispute that. Let's come up here. We got 358 ammo in this. The Polaris is the right call, man. Just stop taking incredibly dumb damage. Just use a blank there. In fact, what bums me out the most is that we didn't get hit on the rest of the fight, which means we totally could have used our blank there without, like, any consequence whatsoever. Oh well. Life goes on. We hold that a knave such as thee could never clear this forthcoming room with using naught but this derringer. Absolutely. This is possibly tedious, but at the same time, it's never, unless we die on the room, it's just going to be annoying. Yeah, look at that. That was super easy. So it's basically just a free item. We got the alien engine. It's really great if we can get, like... I mean, it's usable in a lot of situations, but a little scary. But if we get something like Potion of Lead Skin, this could be incredible. So obviously we have to buy a key and open that chest. That's a potentially run... I don't want to say run saving, but like run winning chest, depending on what we get out of it. We'll buy 2 keys. Because we're relatively set for equipment right now, I'd say. But this could make it better. That is the machine gun, or the Vulcan cannon. That's probably going to end up being our boss killer now. I still think the Polaris is an amazing room clearer so far, especially when you hit level 3. So we've got, I was going to say we've got our work cut out for us, but only in the sense that kind of dodging is going to be annoying. We've got pretty good offensive weapons right now. We could use an active item, but everything else is going fine. To be fair, though, HP is a big part of the game, and we should have 5 HP right now. We easily could have had 5 HP were it not for just a very little bit of damage that I'm not super thrilled to admit that I took. Okay, the 2 weapons I want to have active at all times are the Polaris and the Plunger. And you're going to open... Excuse me. No, you don't understand. The Vulcan cannon becomes the Polaris. Okay, go to the Polaris. Go to the Plunger. Polaris, Plunger. There you go. You're going to open many a room by hitting them up with the Plunger. And then switching to the Polaris. And we're really going to get so much ammo efficiency out of this that it's going to be kind of ridiculous. So much, not out of the Polaris so much. That's going to run out of ammo fairly prodigiously. But the Plunger is going to be worth its weight in gold here. I mean, we've used so little ammo for it. We've been using it on and off for 3 floors. We can convince all enemies to take a walk here. It's ideal. Okay. I think maybe use the M16 against this guy. It's actually extremely efficient. Is it a better boss killer than the Vulcan cannon? It's possible now that I think about it. Now I got them out of sorts again. I think we'll take Polaris ammo just because it could be great for us. Go back to the plunger and come back this way. It's only the 3rd floor. It's easy to forget, you know, like, think that we're getting a little further ahead of ourselves than we actually are here. I hate this room. I shouldn't, though. All we gotta do is get across and then do that. That's not bad at all. I'll open a green chest. What is this? Wolf. We have 2 dogs. What the heck? Faithful companion waited years for his master's return, kept the hunter company long ago, reunited with his master through the fractured time stream. Oh, it almost brought a tear to my eye there. It's the cutest thing. We got 2 dogs following us around. Now, this wolf, I'm assuming, is going to be good for, combat, I guess. Because the other dog is not trained in combat. I see him down there. He's biting enemies. Not sure if the plunger really benefits from Table Tech's sight, but certainly shoots out a very prodigious stream. Alright, so there's level 3 on the Polaris. The range on the Polaris is silly as well, and I mean silly in the best way possible. Oh, when you spawn and you're immediately poisoned, that's amore. Oh, there is one enemy left. And ammunition. Probably take it for the M16. Okay, this is getting a little silly. There we go. Polaris Plunger. These guys are basically immune to poison. They're immune to terrestrial poison, at least. That guy's done. I don't know how the wolf got over there, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Thanks for the key. Oh, it's a dog-eat-dog world, but I got 2 dogs. What are you gonna do about that? Oh, you got a gun? I put down my weapon. I got another fucking sword, you fucking bitch. I don't have any swords. I'm the one with the gun in this case. Alrighty. Little labyrinthine architecture here. That's okay. These guys may not be immune to poison, but still. The only... Okay, not the only, but like there's a couple of things I'm weirded out about on this run. Anxious about. Weirded out is not the word I'm looking for. It's not like it's making me, you know, ask for an adult or anything. Just keys and little bomber. I mean, I'll buy a key to keep us in the money there, but... HP is low, and I don't know what weapon to use against bosses. Now, it's a quality problem to have, don't get me wrong. But I'm looking at this, and I'm like, we've got a few different options that are all seemingly pretty great. Like, the M16 seems viable, the Vulcan cannon seems viable, the alien engine can be viable. The only question is, you know, which one's most efficient? But instead of concerning ourselves with that level of min-maxing, maybe I should just try to actually dodge for once in my life. The room clearing is kind of a joke right now. I really wish the dogs got in the minecart with you. That's all I need to take this to the next level. Okay, these guys are real fast. Yeah, I was gonna say, I have a sneaking suspicion that we can actually kill these guys with the 3rd level of the weapon, even if it might be slightly ammo inefficient. Not bad. Boss fight? Not boss fight. Dog, don't get yourself poisoned. I could never live with myself if this came to pass. I can't believe that I thought this weapon sucked the first time that I used it. This weapon does suck, though. Charmed Bow does, in my opinion, effectively nothing for us. Life goes on. Great floor so far. I can't get over the fact that we got 2 dogs here. I expected to have 0, and now I have 2. Instead of using the Polaris, let's try for the Vulcan... Oh, that's the alien engine. Let's try for the Vulcan cannon. You know what? Fantastic use of a blank. Take some time to reload, even though it's completely unnecessary. Good habit to be in, I suppose. Pretty much on pace here. And if you use all your ammo for the Vulcan Cannon, so be it, because we got so many other boss killers that are absolutely still around here. And we do still have a blank as well. Oh! little scary there. We're only going to use half our ammo for this, honestly. That was really good. Okay, we've started to claw our way back into this run from a consumable, or from an HP standpoint. We also get the Frost Giant, an item that I think is relatively not good, but I may be a little short-sighted in that. Are we, like, that's it. That's this floor, man. Alright, well, let's use, all other things being equal, let's go back and use our syringe, or our blank on elevator room. Fair enough. Down to the next floor. Floor 4, and I'm feeling pretty good now. I mean, that's as reasonable as we could have expected, or as positive as we could have expected, I suppose, all things considered. The fact that we got 1 HP upgrade from it. I'm really... Oh, that was such a bad dodge. That's alright. We'll be back in no time. Let's get ammo for the Vulcan Cannon, because that was an actually pretty amazing boss killer. But yeah, we could have maybe gotten a better weapon, but I think for room clearing purposes, we've got great efficiency right now. And I like the fact that with the plunger, it's not just over. Like if you shoot, oh, we got more ammo as well. I'll take it for the Polaris. If you shoot and the poison sticks around because you don't mop it up with your sponge or whatever, then enemies that spawn during like the second or third wave of a room can also get hit by the poison. Got a lot of passive damage dealers, not only from the poison, which I guess is almost active, but the wolf, of course, as well. Bit of a dicey dodge there. Alright. Had to focus a little bit. Okay, the shaman must go. He is dead. That's a great start. Other enemies in the middle already getting poisoned pretty nicely. Don't forget to use table tech. That's like... It's one of my key advantages here, is the fact that we can get that ridiculous damage output there. So this is an actual skeleton. It is not a shaman-created skeleton. Bad for business. But we got him. Oh. And we're good. Get the blank. Wherever it is. Dog. There you go. Okay, that room was a little scary, but the fact that we've come out of it on the other side is reaffirming my belief that we're in a pretty good situation right now. This is a dead end. Helps if you can actually hit an enemy. There we go. If we could get to 5 HP on this floor, I'm not going to be picky about how it happens. You know, if you want to give me 5 HP, like dramatic slow-mo there. If you want to give me 5 HP for a boss flawless, by all means, don't let me stop you. If you want to give me 5 HP by letting me buy a heart lunchbox, or just pick one up from a chest, again, by all means. I'll be happy to give you the opportunity. Oh, no! Polaris level 1. I still think you fight for it. I still think you try to get it to level... Like, a level 2, it was actually doing fine. Level 1 is pretty nasty, but at level 2, it was getting some okay work done. So all we need to do is kill, like, 10 enemies or something, and then we'll get to that level. I do wish that, oh my god, these fucking skulls, dog. I do wish that it didn't take 1,000 kills to get it to level 3, but sure, so be it. Well, you know what? We should be content here, right? Because we're going to just use the Vulcan Cannon against whoever we're fighting. It's not Wallmonger. We can tell because we came in through the top of the room. There's better ways to do that dodge, yeah. Okay. What are we going to do? Alright, first we're going to take damage. That's fine. Basically just going to fire endlessly. And I think we're getting okay efficiency out of the Vulcan Cannon. It's gonna take a little while here. We are killing like 18 trigger twins. I'm not sure if that conversion is, you know, accurate, strictly speaking, but it's certainly a lot of them. Really illustrates how hard the 4th floor bosses get relative to their 3rd floor counterparts. I mean, the Cannon Balrog was dead in like 400 bullets, so this is a new era. We actually did need to reload. Okay, 1's dead, 2's dead, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre are at the door, ready to make an entrance, so back on up, because you know we about to rip shit up. Probably the M16. Honestly, we had a bead on possibly flawlessing that one. Also, Compton and Long Beach together. Now, you know you in trouble. Ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. AK-47, except no substitutes. Got a lot of, like, full auto weapons right now. I think, honestly, we go back to the Plunger and the Polaris. As long as we can... Admittedly, on the next floor, our odds of not getting hit continuously or consistently are not great. I don't have the best track record not getting hit on the next floor, but if we can do it, I think it's super good, man. I'd like to hit level 2, though, if possible. We also need ammo. Okay. Eye of the Beholster. This is actually a great room clearer in its own right. Because it's, we'll go Plunger on the flip side, and then Eye of the Beholster. Yeah, okay. So, the, Eye of the Beholster on its final shot, for most of its shots, it's just a, you know, fairly standard, I was gonna say fairly standard revolver. Clearly I'm mistaken. It apparently is a laser beam, which is nice. But then its final shot, if you're not an idiot and, don't reload like I did, creates one of those Beholster minions that actually seeks out enemies and shoots at them. So you can really, like, spam down a room with this pretty easily. Keys? Oh, dude. Yes. to answer the implicit question, yes, I will be trying to get Wax Wings here. That's 98. It saves us a ton of heartache. I'm so glad we didn't splurge on Amulet or the Pit Lord, because Wax Wings makes it impossible to fall into a pit, which is better in my opinion. I think the past kill is a pretty realistic goal for us right now. Dude, the Table Tech sight is legit right now, too. I think we'll take Plunger ammo. We're close to that Wax Wings level. I'm not saying it's a guarantee that we're going to get the past kill. Certainly not. But I will say that I think there's a fairly realistic chance that we can make it happen. Oh, that was a little bit of a terrible dodge there. Don't really want to fight this guy if possible, but... Oh! The poison took him out. But I think that there's a chance. Unfortunately, 4 HP is not a whole hell of a lot to have really room to wiggle when we get down to that 5th floor in the dragon fight, but I can't really complain about it, because I should have like 6 right now, but it was my own idiocy that caused me to take the damage in the first place. And not get the flawless upgrades for the bosses, but so be it. We have a Napalm Strike? Napalm Strike. I think we're done with this floor, actually. We're barely able to buy Wax Wings, but that's acceptable. Also, blessed us? I thought it was going to curse us, but the bless, sure, I'll take it. The blessing, I guess I should say. It would be really, really nice to just find the Dragon fight super quickly. I say it every time, I mean it every time. 4 HP and 2 blanks is enough to do that fight easily. It would be nice if we came across the blacksmith early as well, so I could get the bullet without accidentally ruining it for myself. I don't know, I kind of give us like straight up 50-50 odds right here. Oh, that was a great shot. 50% to succeed, 50% to to fail, although I don't like putting it in success-fail conditions. You know, 50% to beat the Dragon, 50% to die against, or prior to the Dragon. Kind of feel like we should just let the wolf do all our dirty work for us in here. This room kind of sucks. I'm gonna fire in there just so we can get as many beholster enemies as possible. That actually worked out pretty well. Napalm Strike, by the way, I think it's an okay active item. Not the best in Gungeon history, but not bad. These guys are so fucking tanky, man. I love doing a little bit of like a triple swirl or a double swirl. We're getting hit enough that I feel like it's the right decision to not use the beholster, sadly. Just to get the entire floor blanketed here, because you want that poison to stick around when the next enemy spawn. The less we have to deal with death, the better. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, not a good start to this floor. You know, let's call it like I see it here. Certainly could be in a better situation. Might as well get some friendly help on this floor. Wolf's doing some work. I might push him into the liquid there. We should get our HP. The dog got it from somewhere. So what's our to-do list? Blacksmith, then dragon. Okay, don't get hit by a thwomp, if possible. I think there is a shaman here, or a necromancer, rather. Can summon some angry-ass skeletons. It might have died to the poison, though. I'm not sure. Okay, speaking of dying to the poison, let's create a whole new era of poison around us. These guys can get a little annoying. Nice. Okay, this is a shrine of some sort. It's a gun muncher. This is actually pretty convenient because, you know, there's a couple guns we're never going to use. We're never going to use the light gun in any context. We're never going to use Cupid's bow. We're never going to use the Frost Giant. We're probably never going to use Alien Engine. But, you know, we can only get one out of it, I think. That's the Huntsman? No, it's the Cross Bolt Shot Bow. That's what it's called. Muncher's full. We're probably never going to use this weapon either. Life goes on. It's possible that this could be okay for fighting the dragon, though. If we run out of ammo for absolutely everything else, which is admittedly somewhat unlikely. Alright, so this is the room where you're absolutely just over the moon to have wax wings. No keys. Forgot about that little wrinkle in time here. Do have a napalm strike ready for our next room. We should be using it on the regular. It's not like we're gonna find ourselves in a situation where we're not gonna do enough damage to the dragon to get another napalm strike back, obviously. Okay, we actually did kill that, like, super huge Rogue Legacy enemy who annoys the Christ out of me on a regular basis. I'm very happy to hear that. And we got a third blank, which is almost as good as getting some HP here. Obviously not quite on that level, but it helps out a great deal. There you go. You must have him now. The mage did still end up being poisoned, so it might have wasted our time there a little bit. I really thought if I just dodged through that, we'd be fine. So taking that HP brings me no comfort, I assure you. Okay, it's the blacksmith. Speak to the blacksmith. Here's the bullet. She's very curt with me now. We can't afford anything in there, but we might be able to get to a red heart if we get lucky. At this point, probably more valuable than keys, considering we don't really need items. If we run out of ammo for Smiley's revolver, I think I'll probably go with the AK. I should have been able to dodge that. We'll probably go with the AK just because it's not maybe as valuable for killing bosses. And still is full auto, so it should be like a decent choice, I think. We'll see how I feel about that when it actually ends up coming to pass, though. We got almost like bigger fish to fry with respect to our HP right now. HP's a little low. This is why you want to flawless those early bosses. It's also why you want to dodge a little better than I have on this floor. But rest assured, I'm trying here. It's possible that my early lapses against the Medusi and the Trigger Twins are just gonna preclude me from having an easy time here, but that doesn't mean that we can't do it. Who wants a taste? You know what? I don't really want to deal with your bullshit, so I'll use a blank there. Whether or not that was necessary, I deem this irrelevant as of right now. Is 2 HP and 2 blanks enough to beat the dragon? It can be, but historically, I haven't had the best track record when I've said things like that. I'm like, yeah, this is totally enough, and then it ends up being like 1 HP short. I've had a lot of 1 HP or like, you know, I got hit 1 too many times, the dragon was basically dead, but it was squandered at the last possible minute. 3 blanks, sure, I mean, it does lower the barrier to entry, I suppose. Alright, let's activate every single trap in the fucking game. I like how instead of reload, it says behold when you're using Eye of the Beholster. Yeah, that room's actually not so bad. Still no keys. Alright. Partner, keep on rolling, baby. You know what time it is. Please just be the dragon fight. Yes, I hate this. Just, there you go. We have 1 more enemy. And then another wave of enemies, unfortunately. That was the fastest I've ever tapped the shoot button. Just trying to keep away from the freaking thwomp, man. Oh my god, we got a full red heart out of it. Okay. Now we're cooking with gas. I guess we don't really want to poison and start this room. Guess we don't really want to poison and start this room either, honestly. Well, every room that goes by where we don't get hit, there's a couple of things to draw from that. One is that we probably should be, using the Polaris. The other one is that, we, are getting a little closer to that condition for success. So we got 3 blanks and 3 HP. I'm gonna open with the obvious, basically just kick the shit out of the dragon with, our Vulcan cannon. I'm not sure if Napalm Strike is gonna do any damage. But it's not like we replaced a good active item with the Napalm Strike, so I'm not gonna sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff. Alright, that's probably the best dodge I've ever done in my entire life. I hope those Vulcan cannon shots are actually, like, landing. I think they were. So we're about half out of ammo here. That's completely okay, because we can switch to the M16 after this, we can switch to the AK. It's all good. And so far, this fight has gone fantastically. He's half dead, and we've used 1 blank. Alright, these guys have got to go. This is the most annoying attack that he has, bar none. Even if there is a little bit of a safe zone, there's just too much shit. It compromises too much of your dodgeable area. Oh, bad dodge on my part, but... Okay, we're done with that. Up until that point, had a really good time on this boss fight. Reload, get the grenades, obviously. I'm not sure which one is better for us. Honestly, it doesn't really matter that much because they're both really good. That was also a bad dodge that surprisingly we were not really punished for. Alright, I need to save your dodge roll on that section for the last possible moment of safety, I suppose. Oh, we did it, and we didn't have to deal with the SMGs again. We are totally gonna at least have the opportunity to get a past kill here, which is awesome. Alright, why shoot there? Now, do I want grenades? Or do I want, bullets? You know what we actually probably want is the alien engine. Yo, that was really good. Yes. That's it. People are going to be like, why didn't you use the alien engine for the whole run? Oh, it's a great weapon in terms of its damage, don't get me wrong, but you got to get like right next to an enemy to do the dirty work there. Can I'd just like to say, we did almost flawless the dragon here. We got hit once and we left with a blank remaining. So all earlier poor play, I'd say, is at least somewhat absolved here. We even got another blank at the end there. Alright, let's get ready for the attempted pass kill here. We do, let me just check my inventory. Do we have the special bullet? Yes. Why does it look different? There's no longer does this look as special as it used to. I don't know. Maybe because we've activated it by killing the dragon? I'm not sure. What? We can make this roll. I believe it. Yeah. Okay. This has been a great run. I mean, for a while there on the sewers, it kind of looked like we were in a nasty place with it. Oubliette. But now we find ourselves in a very good position thanks to some awesome weaponry. I think if you get the Polaris early, it could be so good. I did get it early, but I didn't understand it until maybe it was a little too late. But, you know, Smiley's revolver went fine for us. Let's peel back here. I don't know when I started this run. Let's just shoot for 9 a.m. to be safe. And we will tumble into a past kill here. Yes, thank God. I still get a little short of breath every time. I'm like, oh, is it actually going to work? I gotta go towards the lab. I can't run away this time. This is Primerdyne R&D in the past 7 years prior. Dereliction of duty, but I'm not afraid. Not anymore. We got the Hegemony Carbine Marine Sidearm. Okay. What is this? Abyssal Fiend Interdimensional Horror. It's a little frightening. We do, oh my God, we do have 2 blanks. I would say, don't be afraid to use those. Yo, this is like easily the hardest past kill already. This thing is a GD nightmare. We didn't even start with the Marine's requisite 1 armor. What's up with that? Okay. Minions. The other Marines are shooting here to help us out. I'm not sure if this is a Doom reference maybe somewhere in here. Is that what we're seeing? Are these guys taking damage when I shoot the minions? Doesn't appear so. That's the bullshit attack right there. There's gotta be a better way to get through that, you know? Oh, I stepped in fire? Holy shit, that probably should not have worked, but did. We got enough HP. We should be okay here. Watch out for the fire portals, man. That was a rude awakening in terms of the damage we took there. Luckily, my Marine friends are immune here. Wish that I could say the same. There you go. You got him. About to enter Firetown, I think. Good shit. Oh, I stepped in the freaking lava again. Or the hellfire, or whatever we're gonna call this. We got 1 HP. It's time to nut up. There we go. We got the kill. I hope it counts as a past kill. Military training unlocked. That was actually close to death. Galactic Medal of Valor unlocked too. You really saved the day, cadet. We're all still alive because of you. Well, except that guy in the hallway. He definitely died. I didn't think you'd have it in you. Boy, was I wrong. Think of what would have happened if you hadn't contained them there. You're a hero. The past has been killed. Sweet shit right there. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. But first, of course, we're going to take a quick look at our post-mortem here on this run, where 51 minutes. And that item kind of looked like Godhead. I recognize that it's a medal, though. 511 kills. Jeez. I'll see you next time.